What's going on, guys? It is Tom Radigan, and welcome to another video. Now, for today's video is something really interesting that I want to talk to you guys about. I've mentioned the concerts I've gone to. I think in previous videos, I've done concert reviews of, this year I was fortunate enough to see not just one legendary rock star, but two, and that was Ringo Starr and Billy Joel, and oh my god, they were great shows. And and I also did videos about those concerts, so if you want to see them, the link to them will be in the description below. When I was a kid, one of the first concerts I ever saw was John Fogerty live at Jones Beach. And then, Paul McCartney, I saw him live in 2011. That was really cool. And then Elton John, which is another video I did on my channel, which is about 4 years ago. And when I got a chance to see him with my friend Tony and Nassau Coliseum. And I have made a concert bucket list, and my concert bucket list has been fulfilled for most of it. But one performer, well, actually a few performers that I actually have been wanting to see now live, and two of them are kind of combined, and that is the surviving members of the Grateful Dead and John Mayer, which is known as Dead&Company. And I just heard that they will no longer play together after 2023. They just announced their final tour, and they started as in 2023, I think it'll be 8 years, I think. Because I remember in 2015 was when they first started doing this. I've always I've always been a Grateful Dead fan, and always have admired John Mayer's music. I did a video about his album Room for Squares. I've really appreciated his music over the years. I think he really is a talent, such a guitar player. I mean, playing with, musicians from Kanye West to B.B. King. The guy is incredible when, he has, with talking about musicianship, When John Mayer started, he started out as this, pop, playing a lot of, blue eye soul, maybe you can call it, but also too, not just that, but maybe even calling some of his songs, just flat out ballads. Some were great rockers, but the one thing about him was that he always changed. He always went in a different direction. And in 2005, he put out a trio, the John Mayer Trio, and they just played a bunch of blues and did a lot of type of rock that was related with Stevie Ray Vaughan to guitarists like Buddy Guy and B.B. King, of course, and then he played with B.B. King, played with Herbie Hancock, and then in 2015 he went into this whole different route after being one of the biggest stars, collaborating and dating musicians like Taylor Swift and Katy Perry, but really, doing another shift with playing with one of my favorite bands of all time, which is the Grateful Dead, which is also my father's favorite band. And I never got a chance to see the Dead live. I never got a chance to see John Mayer live, and I've always wanted to see Dead&Company live, and now will be my only chance to, so I feel like I have to now in 2023. And so this is the article that came out in Rolling Stone. Let me get my glasses. I couldn't believe it. It was I actually first heard about it from my friend on Instagram, and oh my god, I was like, now I have to see Dead&Company. I tried to see them this summer, but unfortunately that didn't work. But so this is what Rolling Stone put out. Dead&Company are officially gearing up for its final tour. John Mayer posted a tour poster on his Instagram page that read, "The Final Tour, Dead&Company, Summer 2023," and noted the group would have details on tour dates soon. As we put the finishing touches on booking venues and understanding that word travels fast, we wanted to be the first to let you know that Dead&Company will be hitting the road next summer for what will be our final tour, Mayer wrote. Stay tuned for a full list of dates for what will surely be an exciting, celebratory, and heartfelt last run of shows. With love and appreciation, Dead&Company. Wow, oh my God, and it really is hard to believe that, it's going to be an end of an era, and and more of the article too is, as Rolling Stone previously reported in April, sources close to the band said Dead&Company was gearing up to call it quits, but they pulled back on the statement after Bob Weir tweeted his surprise after the story circulated. Now it seems the band is making it official. Weir also shared the news on Twitter. Well, it looks like that's it for this outfit, but don't worry, we will be out there in one form or another until we drop, he wrote. But I understand why they're gonna want to slow down a little bit. I mean, keep in mind, Bob Weir is 75 or will be 75 in October. Bill Kreutzmann, I think, is like 77. Mickey Hart is almost 80, and Bill Kreutzmann was even having health issues. So I understand why they want to slow down and not promise fans things that they can't keep. So I understand why they might want to slow down in this type of format. But it shows that with what they're saying, they're not really going to be ending soon. Like, don't worry, so what Bob Weir said, don't worry, we will be out there in one form or another until we drop. They want to keep performing because they love doing it. It's not, it's a job, but it's it's something they love to do, and they want to keep doing it. But I get it why they don't want to keep I guess holding high expectation for fans too, because these guys are older, and the same with when it comes to like John Mayer. Even though John Mayer's got more years in him than compared to the Dead, probably with him just being in his mid-40s, but still he's not as young as he used to be, and so they're all like at like, they're not in their prime as they once were, even with John Mayer, it makes sense, but man, it's just going to be a real end of the era. And then, so then Rolling Stone further reads that Dead&Company started in 2015 with 3 of the band's original members, Weir, Mickey Hart, and Bill Kreutzmann, along with Mayer, Otel Burbridge, and Jeff Chimenti. The band has been one of more prolific live acts since their formation, playing each summer minus 2020 during the pandemic. More recently, though, there's been some lineup shakeups over some health issues. Right, I said that with Kreutzmann. He had to pull out of the later canceled playing in the sand shows in Mexico over concerns related to his heart. Then during the summer of 2022 shows a few months ago, as Variety noted, he missed several dates over a back issue, then a positive COVID test. That's the thing too, COVID is still with us, so I understand why maybe the pandemic in some ways, they want to not promise too much. Even though the pandemic is getting better, we still have to be careful. As much as we want to go to concerts and go out and see live events, I think it's also, we have to be aware that the world is a scary place right now. But I just gotta say, God bless John Mayer and the Grateful Dead for, the music they've been doing together. I mean, seeing John Mayer play with the Grateful Dead, if you ever seen them do songs like Uncle John's Band, or even, Bob Weir and John Mayer doing Jack Straw, that's really cool. And, that's the thing, too. Even though Dead&Company are no longer playing together, Bob Weir and John Mayer are really good friends that they might still be performing together and all that. They did a show, I think, this summer, with just the two of them. I wouldn't call this the end completely, but I see why this is gonna be a big deal, and they're probably gonna get a lot of, they're gonna be sold out probably faster than they've been in the past, because more people are gonna want to go see them. So this is gonna be a real big bang for their buck, and damn, it's just it's gonna be it's going to be an event, and every Dead show back when Jerry Garcia was alive was an event. But even Dead&Company itself, even though if the Grateful Dead are no longer alive, the original Grateful Dead of Jerry Garcia, Pigpen, and then Phil Lesh, Bob Weir, Mickey Kreutzmann, oh my God, Mickey Kreutzmann, Jesus Christ, Bill Kreutzmann, and Mickey Hart, oh my God, all together, as the 6 of them. Of course, that will never happen again. Thank God we still have Phil Lesh, but he kind of goes his own way and all that. And I think he's had some cancer scare and all that, but he's fighting strong for 82 as well. I mean, it would have been great if Phil Lesh would have played with them, but it's cool that we still got like 3 of the original members playing, and this is in some ways like another cool version. It's not like a cheap knockoff of the Dead. This feels like the Grateful Dead, even though it's not, like in some shape or form, even though it's not, the original, because, I feel like some people will be like, there'll never be another Grateful Dead without Jerry Garcia, but, times will change, and it's great that, music lives on, and I think, God, like I said, God bless them. I don't mean to sound too religious and all that, but, but, when it comes to rock, it's just like, oh my God, I feel like, no, my religion is rock, that really is that, and, so, I'm definitely making sure I go see them, and I can't miss this. This is on my bucket list too, and I will keep you updated about that. And of course, if I, not saying when I go to a show, I will, of course, certainly review it. But, we just got to find more updates of when the tour dates are coming up, and, all that stuff. And, it's probably, like they said, it's going to be in the summer. So, it should be cool. So, yeah. So, stay tuned for other videos. And thank you guys, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.